Thank you so much, Jeff. Someone needs to help us with. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so Jeff covered a lot of what I was going to say about our work, but when the slides come up, I just wanted to share a couple of snippets of what we have been up to in India, and that might add some diversity to the way we've been thinking. Yesterday, a couple of people commented that we are quite US-centric. So I thought I'd wear my jute-made jewelry and show you some photographs of our work in India. So a typical farm in India is less than an acre. Would be very different from the kind of story we might hear from our panelists, who will introduce themselves, and we'll all get seated here. This is a typical scene that you see in South India where I worked. And our goal today is to not just talk about what happens at the farms, but to look at the whole regenerative agricultural system. I changed agriculture to agricultural system because we'd be talking all the way from what happens to soils to how that impacts our nutritional state, not just human nutrition, but the nutrition for the soil, waste recycling, and local livelihoods. And to set a context in terms of climate, just the food waste, if it were a country, would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gas emissions. I'm sure most of you know that. If we included deforestation that is caused by agricultural systems, that would be second highest. Basically, here's China, here's United States, carbon dioxide emissions. And the impact of our food system as a whole, including processing and transport that it takes, is so high. Talking about the impact of ag on water, 70% of fresh water is used for agriculture. This is a well in the state of Gujarat, where our Prime Minister Modi comes from, right? This was 2 years ago. I'm not going to explain it, just showing snippets. These are the different states in India where Environmental Defense Fund works. And our initial strategy was, in the absence of collaboration from government, we were working with different NGOs, nonprofit and organizations, and we were working at the whole system all the way. You surveyed a lot of families. We went up to 150,000 families in South India, and we would look at which families can take up biogas plants, which can take up solar panels, which can take up sustainable farming techniques, and so on. Once again, I don't have time to explain. I'm just showing you a quick snippet, and this is my last slide. Now, once we demonstrated our success with these hundreds of thousands of families, the states have approached us to work on what we call the Subnational Approach for farming, where we give 360-degree services to farmers, all the way from giving them good quality seeds, credits, advice on practices that are really climate smart or that sequester carbon or reduce greenhouse gas emissions that can be in the form of nitrous oxide or methane, and then at the end give them the market to sell that product, right? Because this is absolutely crucial in developing countries. You can't just give them climate smart practices. You have to be able to give the inputs and the market for that product because of the infrastructural and other blockages. So with